Hello again, Year 5, time for another guitar lesson. So, hopefully you are sitting with your guitar in place, resting over one leg, and with the neck pointing slightly upwards or horizontally at least, but not downwards is good. So, I'm going to quickly recap what we covered last time, and then we're going to move on from there. Right, so we've got our 6 strings. And the notes on the 6 strings we remember from our sentence, which goes, join in, eager beavers go dancing all evening. So just say the letters. This is going from the floor upwards. String 1 is the one nearest to your feet. E, B, G, D, A, E. Good. So we learned the rest stroke. And we learned to do it with index and middle finger, which we called walking fingers. So let's just start on string 1, and let's just start by using your index finger. Just play that a few times. Just remember the trick is, I'll come a little closer. The tip of your finger, you don't go too far down, and keep the finger quite straight, and you just pull. You kind of stroke the string with the tip of your finger. And your finger comes to a rest, comes to a stop on the next string along. That's why we call it the rest stroke. Got that? Okay, so let's do index and middle on that string 1. So we're going to go. That's it. And as your index plays the string, your middle finger goes forward. As your middle finger plays the string, the index goes forward. Just like walking. Okay, so we're going to do our walking finger exercise, which is index, middle, and we're going to do string 1, then 2, then 3, then back to 2. All right, and we'll do that circuit a couple of times. All right, not too fast, starting after 1, 2, 3, 4. String 1. To 2, repeat the whole thing. String 1, string 2, 3, back to string 2. We're going to do it one more time. String 1, 2, 3, string 2, and finish on string 1. Great stuff. It's a nice little warm-up to get us going. Hopefully you're starting to get the feel of those walking fingers. We're going to be using that quite a lot in this lesson, so it's very important. Same as last time, the teacher might wish to pause this video at any time to just make sure everyone is keeping up. Fix anything that needs to be fixed. Also, if anyone else would like a pause, please just put up your hand and politely ask for a pause. And have a little extra time to do what it is you need to do. So we're going to start using our other hand. We're going to start learning how to play the notes. Now, those of you who learned ukulele with me, which is most of you at least, possibly all of you, will remember the technique. And it's all about using the tip of your finger, tip, not the side part, but the tip right at the end of your finger next to your fingernail, and that is going to press down on the string. Your thumb is on the back of the neck, not your hand, just your thumb. All right, now that's a thing. If I was in the room with you, I'd probably have to be reminding quite a few people that it should be just your thumb on the back. So that's something I'm going to ask the teacher to look out for. Does it look like that? And if it looks like that or that, I sometimes see thumbs waving down the front, then just to remind you that it should be just your thumb. Okay, so that's what we're going for. Right, now, same as with ukulele, we have the same finger numbers. I'm going to go through it again because it's possible that there are some pupils there who haven't learned the ukulele with me before. So let's just assume that you don't know anything. So hold up your left hand. I'll do it like I'm a mirror. Okay, we don't give your thumb a number because your thumb doesn't press down on the strings. Okay, so finger 1 is your index finger, so point to it with your other hand. That's finger 1. Okay, finger 2 is your middle finger, that one. Finger 3 is the next one. It's actually called the annular. I learned that very recently and I keep using it. When you learn a new word, it's good to use it a lot. Your annular finger, finger 3, often known as the ring finger, and finger 4 is your pinky. Okay, so there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I'm saying finger 1 or finger 2, you now know what I'm talking about. Okay, great. So we're going to start playing some notes on the frets. Now, when I say on the frets, we play just behind the frets. Now, your guitar probably has some coloured stickers on it. Mine doesn't, but yours probably does. So let's take, for example, the first one, the blue one. Now, that is on what we call string 3. Remember, counting from the floor upwards. String 3, fret 2. So, counting down from the nut, that's the name of this white bit where the strings are slotted through. So counting down from there, fret 1, fret 2, that's the second one there. Okay, the frets are these metal things going across. I think hopefully you know that already. So I don't put my finger right on top of the fret like that. I go behind it, okay? So I'm over here looking there, the fret is there, my finger's on the other side. That's what I mean by behind it, all right? Close to it, right next to it. I often say, if you ever see athletics, you ever see people who are running on a track, the sprinters, before they start, they have to have their fingers just behind the starting line. And they go right up to it, but not on top of it. They're disqualified if they've put their fingers on top of it. They've got to be just behind it, but as close to it as they can. That's the way to think about putting your finger on a fret, just behind the fret. So, we've got finger 2, middle finger, on the blue dot, string 3, fret 2. Now, see what I'm doing? I'll try and give you some different angles. I'm pressing straight down into the guitar, all right? So the string has been pressed down, my finger is like that, my thumb is like that. I hope you're all doing this. Okay, so we're just going to play that note a few times. This note is called A. So make sure you're on string 3, and we'll do some walking fingers. So if you've got a nice clear note like that, well done. If it sounds a bit like this, it's possibly because your finger's not close enough to the fret, possibly because you're not quite pressing hard enough. You need to press quite firmly, okay? Let's do it again. There you go. Okay, so that is A. String 3, fret 2. Now, when I give instructions for different notes to be played, the order I give them, I say the string number first, then the fret number, and I'll also very often I'll say the finger number after that. All right, so 3 parts to every instruction. So this note A is string 3, fret 2, using finger 2. Got it? Good. So let's learn some of the other notes that we're going to need. We're going to learn a tune today, and we need that note A. We need the open string number 3. Who can shout out what is the name of the string on the note on string 3? G. G for go. Eager beavers go. Yes? So we need a G, we need an A, we need open string 2. Everybody say it. B. B for beavers. And then we need the note on string 2, fret 1. You should have a red sticker on there. It's going to be finger 1, index finger. Very similar technique. Get right behind the fret, pressing straight down. We're not like this. We're not trying to do it there like that. It's like that. Tip of your finger going towards your thumb, straight down on the string. This note is C. All right. The red dot is C. String 2, fret 1, finger 1. You will notice, by the way, that the fret number and the finger number are the same. They will be for some time. When we get to slightly more advanced guitar playing, that will change as we begin to move up the neck of the guitar. For now, if it's fret 1, it should be finger 1. If it's fret 2, it should be finger 2. Which brings us to the next note on fret 3. String 2, fret 3, you should have a yellow sticker there. This note is D. Finger 3. Annular finger, you all know that word. Ring finger, that's the one. Like that. Okay? Again, pressing straight down if you can, not touching any other string. That's going to be very useful for our tune. Okay, so that's D. Let's just play D a few times. And the last note we need is E on open string 1, which we've already played several times. Okay, so this is our group of notes that we need. G, open string 3. A, string 3, fret 2, using finger 2. B on open string 2. C, string 2, fret 1 with finger 1. D on string 2, fret 3 with finger 3. And E on open string 1. There you go. So I'm going to play the tune. It's a tune I'm sure you will all recognise. So let me demonstrate it, then I'll talk you through it. Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So, first of all, walking fingers all the way. Now, this tune is made up of phrases, little short sections of the music, that are all 7 equal beats long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 7th one is twice as long as all of the other ones. All right? If this was written out in music, if anyone knows music notation, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crotchets, followed by a 2-beat note, which is called a minim. All right. Some of you know this stuff. If you don't, it's really okay. You'll get it eventually. So what we're going to do is we're going to always lead with our index finger. Okay. And you're going to go index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, and your index finger plays the last note of the phrase, which is the longer one, and then you start the next phrase with your index again. Okay? So that's going to be the plan throughout the whole tune. Right, now let's get down to the notes. It starts with 2 Gs. There are lots of doubles, by the way, which is quite useful for our walking finger technique. We do G, and then D. Can you remember which one is D? Yellow sticker, string 2, fret 3 with finger 3. Then we have E twice, open string 1, and then a single D. Now, I'm going to give you some options, that means choices, okay? Now I'm going to recommend one way of doing it, which is the way I'm doing it, but you might find it difficult, so there'll be other ways that you can do it. I have got my finger 3 in position on D, and because I've got it touching only that string, it's not touching any other string, I can keep it there when I'm playing the other notes. Watch this. This doesn't move, this hand up here. What I'm doing is just picking out the different strings down here. So I'd like you to try that. Get that finger in position on string 2, fret 3, and you're going to do walking finger string 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. So I'm going to pause and take a moment or two to just work on that. Do that now. Right, so that's the opening of the tune. And if we think of this this song in 3 sections, the first section and the third and final section are exactly the same. So it's like we'll learn just the 2 sections. So it opens with that, G, G, D, D, E, E, D. Then we've got 2 Cs. Remember C? We've got a red sticker there on string 2, fret 1. And then B twice, open string 2. And then we're down to A, where you've got a blue sticker, string 3, fret 2. And the final part of this little section is a G. I'll do that again. It goes C, C, B, B, A, G. I'll do that again, and then you take some time to practice this bit yourself. C, C, B, B, A, G. All right, so take a minute or two to practice that. Do that now. Right, so that's the whole of the first section, which, as I said a moment before, is also the third and final section. So we've got the middle bit to learn, and the middle bit has got two short sections that are both identical as well. There's lots of repetition in this tune, which is another good reason to choose it at this early stage. So this bit starts on D, yellow sticker, string 2, fret 3. 2 of each, as same as before. We go D, D, down to C on the red sticker, B, and then a single A. So it goes D, D, C, C, B, B, A. And by the time you've done that the first time, you've now played all the bits that you need to learn. The rest is all just repeating. So I'll do that bit again for you. D, D, C, C, B, B, A. Practice that a little bit. So that's the tune. I'm going to put it all together and talk through it, and then I'll play it all through, and you can play with me as much as you can. So from the start, remember how it starts? You get your finger on D on the yellow sticker. Join in. Here we go. We start with 2 G's. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, G, D, D, E, E, D. And C, C, red sticker, B, B, A, blue sticker, G. Then the middle section, 2 D's, 2 C's, 2 B's, A. Repeat that whole section, D, D, C, C, B, B, A. Then we'll repeat the whole first bit, G, G, D, D, E, E, D, C, C, B, B, A, G. That's the tune, all right? So take a minute or two to practice it through, and then we're going to play it all together, okay? Do that now. Right, here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, year 5. Are you ready? After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you do? Okay, so good lesson, I hope. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And hopefully before too long, I'll be able to be there with you and see and hear how you're getting on myself. All right, I'll be hearing from your teacher. I'll be hopefully getting a little bit of feedback of how it's going and anything I might need to do a little differently. I look forward to hearing that. But in the meantime, that's all for now. So stay safe, keep well, see you soon.